step, I felt like we really should follow through.
Oh, of course, he definitely.
So Rip, even though what your next step that you understood, I don't know that because I'm moving forward. I'm like a fucking
At the
train,
moment, you're a
right?
one-track mind.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's all there is to it. So even if you found out like the true path, like I don't hear it. I'm like, let's go. And I see you coming behind. I'm like, why the hell are you behind me? Why are you that far behind? Well, let's go. That's Rimpak's mindset.
Here's the thing: if we want to slow him down, we could just trip him over and over because he'll use half of his.
It would take me a while to get back up.
So it'll take him like 3 years.
All right, but Nuru is going to like forcibly demand. Like, I personally do not believe that any one of you would have the best shot at getting the results we need. So you are going to have to convince me as to why you think I should not be the one to speak.
Ryan, here's a question. We've been around Ismark a while. How charismatic would you say he is?
In comparison,
you mean diplomatic or charismatic?
Well, you
met
you met him under pretty extenuating circumstances.
He was drunk.
And his sister was being hunted by a vampire. His father had just died. There's a lot of shit going on for Ismark right now. He is. He would typically probably be a very charismatic. He's also very good looking himself as far as the Barovian standard goes.
Very good looking. Are you talking Brad Pitt or Joaquin Phoenix?
Here, I'll give you.
I would think Joaquin Phoenix more.
Joaquin Phoenix is more of a taste decision. That's a handsome man. Actually, hold up. He's a good-looking dude. I don't know any woman who wouldn't say, yeah, you take me out on that.
I know.
Who's this Irina? Get this chick out of here. I'm looking at the other good guy. So I'm talking about some woman got in my way.
What's actually funny is Irina sort of looks like an action figure.
Yeah, right.
In that picture.
He's a handsome dude.
Yeah, they could have done better on Irina, I think.
Let's get Ismark to do it, but let's make sure we call him his tempers first. Nuru, you call my tempers. Call him Ismark's tempers first before he goes and leads, because you can't lead because you're a fucking cat person.
And I understand that, but
racist.
It be what it be.
Why can't... And Night Snow actually pipes up in hearing that cat person line, and she's like, what's wrong with cat people? Speak plainly.
Nothing. But here, they're not common. And anything that is not common breeds fear. We cannot have fear at this very pivotal moment. You know what I mean, Night Snow?
Nuru at this point is just going to say, okay, fine. But if I believe for one moment that you are taking things too far, I will step in.
I'm gonna put my hand on Night Snow's wrist and play Night Snow. I would suggest, if you feel that way, you let me know first. Again, I'm trying to keep them calm, cool, and collected.
So you should probably
because I am extra heated. I'm like a 9 out of 10. I'm ready to charge it.
You notice that you notice that Night Snow still has her like resting deadpan face on and is very calm. And she actually looks at Ismark and she's like, Ismark, you should take lead. We will follow and support.
It's like Veen and Night Snow are like chilled out as fuck. She's like, let's see what happens.
Ismark says, Ismark says, if I was a better man, I would still be back in Barovia, taking care of my people there.
Nuru's just going to say, Rimpak, you do it, and I will step in if things go too far. Just, we are wasting enough time.
All right, Rimpak approaches the front door, like was immediately as soon as he hears his name, like Rimpak, something. I'm like, whatever. I immediately head to the front door.
Before we go in, I'm going to ask for your weapon. I'll say
I knock the door, and firmly in hand and shield in the other.
I'm asking for your weapon.
I'm banging the shield on
Naru's going to
my
tell-
door. Bang, 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 bang. I'm holding them
Naru's gonna-
both very firmly. Veen, roll for that if you want to take my weapon.
Naru's gonna
I'm
side,
asking. I'm not
whisper,
taking.
sort of like whisper
Asking
inside
you,
himself.
you're saying, I want your weapon.
Like,
You're
Naru's,
asking for my weapon, yes?
Yeah, let me hold your weapon.
I'll hand you my weapon.
all right.
I'm
I
holding
have
your
to
staff, so
shield
it's easy to grab back.
I hand my weapon back to Veen. He asked for my weapon. I'll just give it to him because I trust him.
Naru's gonna say quickly, act non-threatening. People are more likely to give out information when they think that they
I'm a
don't.
priest of tier. I am the least threatening person ever. Bang, 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 bang.
Naru
Lies.
Naru's just gonna step inside.
I'll look at Nice No. I go like, shush.
On your third round of banging on the door, you hear a couple latches on the other side start to unlock, and the door actually opens quite wide, and there is a very simple, plain-looking woman in a simple red dress that opens. She's got dark brown hair. She says, "Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Burgomaster's mansion.
Thank you so much.
Did you have
And I'll
a
step in.
Did you have a meeting with our lord today?"
Well, we didn't have anything scheduled, but I would like to know. Tell me, please. Is Isaac available?
She says, "I have not seen Isaac today yet. But I could ask the lady of the house if you'd like."
Please, can you have her call down? I would very much like to ask the lady of the house if Isaac's been around.
Oh, indeed. Well, you're welcome to wait here in the foyer. I will just go see. She's entertaining guests at the moment, but it is my job to make matters...
I don't want you to interrupt her.
No, it is my job to make guests known. So please just give me a moment. It's not a problem.
Well, excuse me. If the Burgomaster is available, could you bring him out?
She says, I can also let him know that people have come to see him. Yes. If that is the case, then please follow me.
Yes, please. We'll love to follow you.
So here in this entrance hall of the home, you can slide in there, Rimkus, if you'd like. Rimpak. I changed your token name like 6 goddamn times.
No, that's fine. Rimkus is fine.
Remy.
You see as you step in the front, framed portraits kind of adorn the walls of this grand foyer. There's a wide staircase to one side as you step in, with like this very elaborately sculpted railing. There's a long hallway before you with of intricately woven carpet that runs the whole length almost of the mansion. There are several doors leading away on either side of the hall, and one at the very far end of the hall as well. And there are bundles of twigs in heaps against the walls, kind of in the foyer and lining the sides.
As soon as we're brought to this point, I would like to reach out and I would like to grab... What's the woman's name?
Amelia.
I like to just like very lightly grab Amelia's name. Amelia, excuse me.
Yes.
Which one of these rooms is Isaac's?
Isaac's room is on the second floor, but you should.
Amelia,
I cannot
please,
allow you
would
to
you
just wander
please?
around the house. I don't think that.
No,
Isaac
you're
is
not
home.
allowing me. I'm just curious, Amelia, as to where Isaac's room would be in such a grand mansion. Would that be okay if you would just show me where her room would be? Sorry, where his room would be? It's such a fantastic home, such a beautiful house. I just want to know where such an important person would possibly live. It's such a beautiful home.
It would be more appropriate if you were to meet the Burgomaster first. So please follow me.
The Burgomaster can wait, Amelia.
Naru's gonna pipe up and say,
Amelia
fine.
begins to look very nervous.
"It's fine. We can see
like
the
this.
Burgomaster now."
You better take over for me, because I'm about to like do some stupid shit. Please take over for me.
She says, "If it would please you, don't cause me any trouble. I will seat you, and I will inform the burgomaster that you are here and you are
Yes,
seeking
please
an
inform
audience
my
with
friend.
him.
I
Yes.
close my notebook for a moment.
Oh,
Just
all will be
out
well.
of my
All
hands.
will be well. All will be well. All will be well. She
Oh.
just starts saying that over and over. All will be well.
Naru's gonna
All will
say,
be well.
Naru will pipe up.
I
Will
want
be
to
well.
bring her into the room with me.
All will
Again,
be well.
whether if it's against her will or not, I want to kind of like essentially. Like,
Well, she's gonna
it's okay.
lead you to a room.
She's
And
come to
Naru's
the
just going to sort of like talk, like side, like go up to the side of her and say, "Sorry, my friend's just he's very into architecture and he's into important figures. I'm
Thank you,
truly
Nuru.
I'm truly sorry for the trouble he's causing.
Hmm.
This was he was very excited about. He's always been talking about
think
this.
I think that you should let me seat you in the den
I agree.
and wait for the burgomaster, please.
I agree.
I will tell him that you
be
are
out.
here and you can speak with him. This is I cannot do more for you than that.
Thank you, and all is well. Okay.
All will be well. And she leads you kind of to this first door on your right here, and opens the door. You can actually see when you go this way that this door on this side of the room is kind of open, and very briefly you see like a long table with maybe like 6 or 8 women sitting around it, and you can hear like a very pronounced noble woman's voice speaking about the festival of the blazing sun. And then Amelia seats you in this little den area. So in this room she brings you into is kind of a padded chairs and couches are all around. They look very cozy. This large carpeted den. There's a big bearskin fur on the floor of the room. And room kind of reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall of the room is a head of an angry-looking brown bear. And Amelia says, if you will excuse me, I will tell the burgomaster that you are here and you are seeking an audience with him, and I'm sure that he will be down to meet you shortly.
Thank you.
And she like backs very slowly out of the room, and one last time like bows her head. All will be well. And she like shuts the door behind her as she leaves.
The second she leaves, are we, other than like the 5 of us, is no one else in here? All the doors are shut, right?
Correct.
I look and I say again.
I cast.
Do not say any different.
Say again, Veen.
I'm portraying to Ismark that he will say that he is the burgomaster.
Ismark was about to say something about that before you guys came in. He says, I am not the burgomaster of Barovia, but my father was, and I should be now. But I don't think that there is any reason that the burgomaster of Valaki needs to know that. I know that his name is Vargas Valakovich. My father has told me some things of him from time to time. I know that he is a paranoid man, and my sister's life may rest on this interaction we have with him. We are either going to become on Baron Vargas's good side here, or we are going to find all of our heads on pikes next to wolves outside of the city walls.
And Nuru nods, and he's going to look to Rimpak and say, you might want to go by a different name for our meeting. Remember, the burgomaster is the one who decided to kick you out of the city.
The burgomaster mandated that this dude is not allowed back in town, and he's sitting in his den right now.
So, you might, if you are a traveler, you may want to hide which traveler you are.
Doesn't mean that the burgomaster knows what you look like.
Yeah, like he may not know your
just
face,
that there was a man in
cow.
town popping off about some god that no one's ever heard of. Yeah. Can't hear your impact.
I do have a cool ass poncho. that covers my
You
my
do.
holy symbol of Tyr.
You do.
And it is literally cool as shit.
Mhm.
Everybody's very impressed by it. Correct.
Naru's not like he's not mentioning that. He knows like your symbol is covered. He said you might want to not
Well-
refer to yourself as Rimpak.
Mm. You can call me Rimkus.
Rizza!
Just call me Rim,
Rizza relax.
as my family would normally call me. But Rimpak is also at this point kind of he wants us to move along. He needs answers as to where his sister is. We didn't find that out yet, correct? Because when I got up,
No.
this guy is being dodgy. I'm becoming very angry, and I don't have much time before I start cracking skulls.
We'll place a hand on his shoulder and say, "Remember, sometimes rushing does not lead to a better."
I'm gonna roll how well that shoulder worked on me. It fucking epic. I got rolled a 1. I am a few moments away from doing something stupid. Just FYI, we gotta get this moving on before Rimpak starts cracking skulls to find this sister.
Well, 5 minutes. 5 minutes goes by. In the other room, kind of muffled through the door, you can hear this woman continue to speak. So we will entwine the twigs that the people have been bringing from the outside the walls into a glorious sun, and at the peak of my husband's speech we will light it on fire, and everyone in Vallaki will proclaim in unison that all will be well. And you can hear like some womanly voices mumble in agreement. 10 minutes goes by. And then there is finally a very stern knock on the door before it opens. And a tall, very slender, gaunt man kind of glides into the room. He has these deep red robes, very regal looking, with golden embossment all down it. He steps in, and then behind him, 2 massive mastiffs plod into the room as well. He kind of glides across the room over the bearskin rug in front of the fireplace on the other end of the room. He pulls out a pipe from his robes, and he puts it to his lips, and he reaches into his other little side of his pocket and pulls out a little match and strikes it on the stone of the hearth and lights his pipe, and he begins to smoke it. The 2 massive mastiffs come in and sit down, plop down in front of the unlit fireplace on either side of him, and he says, "I am Baron Vargas Volakovich. I have heard that you are looking for Isaac. Well, I can assure you that he is not here. But I've also heard that you have been stirring up a little trouble in town. What is the meaning of this?
Immediately.
Why have you come to Vallaki?"
Nuru will speak up quickly and say that we are simply looking for a lost friend of ours, Ismark's sister, the Irina, daughter of the burgomaster of Barovia. She's been taken from us.
Rimpak is standing. I slam my staff down at the completion of the statement.
You don't have your
You
staff.
don't have your staff.
I don't have my staff.
Yeah.
You gave it to me, remember?
That's right. I slam my chest. I'm like, where is she?
Both of the big black mastiffs instantly hop up onto all fours in kind of an attack position and begin to growl very low.
I growl back at them.
I don't know if you read the chat, but Nuru did bow to the burgomaster.
Mm-hmm.
I growl back at them. I growl back at them. I'm angry.
To push Rimpak back into his seat. Like, sit the fuck down.
My friend is...
Can try. Being opposed athletics, yeah.
Naru's going to look very apologetic and say, I'm terribly sorry for my friend. He has some anger issues ever since he was a child.
The Baron.
Justice.
The Baron pats one of his dogs on the head, and he says, "Well, I can see that my dogs are far more well behaved than yours. I suggest that you get your man under control before I will have to evict you from my home."
So
And
Nuru,
Pushed him.
And
Nuru
your
will,
man?
turn to Rimpak for a moment, and like his expression is going to be very genuine. Like he's not trying to deceive you at all. He's just going to say, "Please."
The Baron says, at what you say, nice no, the Baron says, "All men of Vallaki are my men."
And your man has apparently done something that is inappropriate.
We just want to know why she was taken.
The Baron says, "I think that you should speak to me more plainly. I don't even know what you're talking about, and now you're wasting my time. I'm a busy man, and I have many things to attend to."
What's the guy's name again?
Why have you come to my home?
Ismark.
No, not Ismark.
Isaac.
The
Isaac.
guy with the dodgy arm.
We have Isaac was seen taking Irina, the burgomaster of Barovia's daughter, away with no reason why. We are simply worried for her, and we are wondering what was the cause, and if you have any information that you would be so gracious as to give us.
If Isaac had taken somebody, then they must have been a malcontent, a servant of Strahd. No one speaks out against the burgomaster.
In fact, Strahd is chasing her. So she is not a servant.
Strahd has not come beyond these walls in some time. Vallaki is of no interest to him, and that is because all is well here. We are happy.
But could we at least talk to him? I assure you we mean no harm. We just simply want...
No.
It would rest our hearts to
get stands up and no. Where is Irina? I scream her name.
I don't know of the woman you speak, and Isaac.
Where is the bald man with the arm? And I'm extra angry. I want to know where he is.
He is out doing his duties just as he does every day.
Well, I'm looking for him. I leave to go find him.
Naru's going to
and I would like to snatch my quarterstaff from Veen. Is that possible?
Sure, but I'm holding onto it pretty hard.
I would like to put my hand on it. I would like to look at Veen. I'd like to look him in the eyes as my hand's on my quarterstaff. And be like, "Yo, can I have it back, please?"
The Baron
said, "Please, I let it go."
The Baron looks at
All right, thank you, sir.
Nuru, and he says, "What is your purpose in Vallaki?"
I'm gonna find this dude.
My purpose. Well, right now I just want to be safe, and I want my friends to be safe. That is all.
There is no safer place than Vallaki.
I agree, and I want to make sure we keep Vallaki safe, and it would just put my friends' hearts at ease.
Can I hear this as this conversation is happening?
Yeah, he's saying it to everyone. Yeah.
Right, as I'm leaving, I want to turn and I want to express to Nuru. I want to say screw safety. We have to go home. Home. And I emphasize the last word, home.
Nuru will give add a sad demeanor to his words. Is you may have noticed we are not from her here, but for now this is home, and all must be well in home. Shouldn't it?
Step them all in the face. It ain't home. All of them.
The Baron says, "All is well in Vallaki, and anyone who says otherwise He is a blasphemer and a liar. We
and I
follow
just
the
want
Morning
to-
Lord.
And I do just want to clarify that we are not here to go against your word. It's just...
Anyone says otherwise is an agent of Strahd and should be extinguished immediately. You and your friends will not be a danger to the people of Vallaki. And it's reckless fools like him, and he gestures to the open door, that will bring Strahd's hate down upon us all.
I'll just interrupt at that point and say, excuse me, Burgomaster, I will go keep him in line, and I'll go follow Rimpak.
Nuru will nod solemnly. I agree with every word you have said, and it's... I know.
Fucking hobnob with the Burgomaster.
I know this sounds awful, but I assure you that in the end,
hobnobbing with the authorities. I should have known.
Rimpak, you are out of the room, so please.
I'm sorry. You're right, sir. You're right.
So Nuru will say, I know that this may seem awful, but I assure you, in the end, it will do more good than harm. Just to put all my friends, just so we know the simple truth. Do you have any idea where Isaac would be at this moment of day? Like any specific location? And I assure you, we will be out of your hair as soon as this is over.
Isaac's duties are to protect the Vallaki during the day. At night he may do as he wishes, but during the day he is patrolling our streets, making sure that nobody has made their way into Vallaki who could compromise the safety of our city.
Mm-hmm. And is there but does he have a certain route that he takes?
He makes sure the guards are alert on duty. He goes by the shops. He makes sure that the Vistani filth and the wolves are not against the town gates. He is a busy man, as well as I.
I assure you, and to make sure this will have at least some worth for us wasting your time, Naru's going to reach into his pouch and pull out 100 gold pieces and offer it to the Burgomaster. I know this isn't much, but hopefully this will help for the festivals and maybe future festivals.
The Burgomaster says, these are gold pieces that you got before you got here, right?
Yes.
The Burgomaster looks at the coins. He takes the sack or whatever that you hand him. He opens it. He looks down at the coins and he says, "Thank you."
I'll make sure we were out of your hair as soon as possible. And thank you as well. All will be well.
All will be well.
And you will leave.
So before you leave, I asked Rimpak if we want to go upstairs and have a look.
Amelia's standing out in the foyer near the front door, so if you guys try to go up the stairs, yeah.
Okay, so Veen and Rimpak, you're outside. Can we have that scene?
I just assume he's trying to storm out the front door, so I just casually walk after him and catch up.
I would like to lean to Veen before all this stuff happened. I mean, as this stuff's happening, it's essentially tell him this is all a bunch of bullshit. This is every single person in this town is shady as hell. They're all corrupt. Every single one of them. I see it now. Only the Blue Water Inn is safe. You see a raven on the roof. You see a raven anywhere nearby. You know you're safe. Listen, I'm gonna lean into Veen real closely. I'm gonna say, like, listen. When I was outside the walls, I saw ravens turn into people. They told me where to go. And I know that for whatever reason here in this world, in this place, wherever we are, that we have to trust the ravens. They are the signal of salvation. And where they are, I think, not 100%. By the way, Veen, not 100% on this. But I think they might be our safe haven to save us from whatever we're dealing with here.
I listen to all that and ignore most of it. I said we should check the stockades.
I'm with him. Let's check the stockades.
Cool.
And I assume this time you're actually going to try and hurry.
Rimpak,
like a quarter inch a second.
Rimpak, can you move your token accordingly?
Yes, I'm with Veen. Veen
In
is
the hallway.
what?
Move your token down.
Okay.
I just assume it's like just gonna cut through all of them.
Yeah, with Veen.
So is
I want justice. Who can I crush to have justice? I want to kill somebody for
Well,
and virtue.
as you guys leave the Burgomaster's mansion, do you actually head towards the stockades?
Do I kill the bigger master?
Yes, but the whole time I'm looking out for the guy with the weird arm. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a weird arm.
He's a giant red arm. You'll see him. He's C-3PO.
As you guys are heading,
You'll notice him.
Go ahead, Nuru.
So was the lady within earshot of any of this?
The maid or the Burgomaster's wife?
Maid. The
We're
maid.
smart enough to wait till she's out of earshot.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Never mind in that case.
Yeah. You guys can just leave. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I assume we've left and we're like heading.
As she's shutting the door behind you, she says, "All will be well."
All will be well.
That's
weird. Like, and as soon as Nuru turns away, he just looks absolutely disgusted.
Weird nonsense.
And once like the door's shut, Naru's gonna say quietly, "Nobody." I'll wait for him to get back.
I mean, we're not near you, so we're like Gonski.
Did the two of you just leave and start storming off towards the stockades?
Pretty much.
Oh.
And then I assume you finished your conversation, did your pleasantries, which would have taken like a minute or two.
Well,
so it's up to him how fast he's walking, because
if anybody's got to hit the Wiz Palace, I guess do it real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, just quick reminder, Rimpak. If you have the extraneous comments that are not what your character is already saying, then it's better to leave that off screen because it creates like noise filler, and since each person's talking at their certain time, it like covers up what another person's saying. That's the reason why I was like, "You're out of the room, please."
I get that. You're right.
But definitely, if you're in scene, by all means, like your characters has their feelings.
Also, Ryan asked it while you were AFK. How fast are you heading towards the stockade? Are you like sprinting, or are you just at normal pace? Rimpak.
How fast am I heading to the stockade?
Yeah, are you like at normal walking pace, or are you like hurrying your ass off? Are you taking the dash action to get there?
I'm going to do what I can to get there as fast as I possibly can. But again, I'm limited, remember, because I can't. I'm like 20 foot per action.
But your dash is 40
as
feet.
As fast as I can.
Is 40 feet.
As fast as I can.
Yeah.
So Veen and Rimpak, you guys essentially leave the Burgomaster's mansion and just start storming off towards the town square. Okay.
So, Nuru will ask the woman like which direction if she saw them head off, and if any, or if he walked out, would he be?
No, they. She just says they stormed right past me.
I'm so sorry about their behavior.
This is quite unusual. I don't usually see meetings like this with the Burgomaster.
Yeah. Anger issues, you know. Some people just have them. And he will hand her five gold pieces.
It's more than she'd get paid in like a year.
For the troubles, I sincerely regret.
She looks at the coins, and she folds your hand back over them, and She squeezes your arm and gives you kind of a sympathetic look, and she says, "Be safe."
You too. And he's going to look at the door. Would he be able to assume that they're heading towards the stockades?
You can make a perception or survival check.
Let's go with perception.
I mean, it's a safe bet to assume we're either going there or we're going to like walk around the town randomly or we're heading back to the inn.
Yeah.
Either way, it's the same sort of direction.
Rimpak, how would you have made your way to the stockades?
I would have hung out with Veen. Essentially went his pace to the stockades, although...
Would you have taken the road, though, or would you have gone...
I would have gone north, then east.
I would have followed the road generally, if Veen led me another direction, I would have followed Veen. Just because I am a little heated, so I'm not essentially... Essentially, I'm not like ready to lead myself. I'm ready to go with somebody else's.
So as you come out, Nuru, with Nice Snow and Ismark, you look up north along the road and you see Veen and Rimpak like turn a corner, heading back towards like the direction of the Blue Water Inn.
And we're moving 40 feet around.
And Naru's going to say, we must hurry, and then run after them as quickly as he could. So probably taking a dash action for 60 feet per turn.
Eventually, you guys do catch up to them pretty easily.
Like here.
Yeah.
Naru will mention, nobody knows the exact location of him, but he is known to patrol and talk to the guards during the day, and at night he does as he wishes.
I just reply, we're checking the stockades for Irina.
I figured.
So you guys do eventually you catch up to them and you do eventually make your way to the town square. As you get here, you can see there are like shops and homes that enclose this little town square. They are decorated with like limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. The north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are like several men, women, and children, actually, even wearing crude plaster donkey heads, all of them. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes kind of eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from the crumbling stone fountain in the center of the town square. Standing tall by the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive-looking man facing west, and all around the square are posted proclamations. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron.
Rimpak will approach one of these folks that are out of the stockade, a non-stockade individual.
Just one of the regular townsfolk?
Absolutely. I want to approach him. I want to say, how long are these individuals in the stockade for before they're released?
As you say that,
I also assume we never saw Red Arm Dude along the way with perception check.
the commoner who you're speaking to, Rimpak's eyes go wide. All the common folk around the fountain scatter. You turn to see what they were looking at, and you see a bald human man flanked by 5 guards.
That's my man.
A pulsing red arm at one side, holding a massive 2-handed battle axe.
I draw my quarterstaff.
Naru's going
I say,
to quickly
excuse
say,
me, sir. I have a word I need to have with you. I want to initiate combat. I'm gonna bust this fucker upside his face immediately.
As you say,
Roll
excuse me,
initiative.
excuse me, sir, I have a few questions for you. He tosses his massive two-handed axe from his big red arm to his regular human arm, which is also looking fairly muscular. A ball of red flame appears in his deformed... A bar of red flame appears in his red hand, and he hurls it directly at you, Rimpak.
Yeah, bring it.
18 to hit for 7 fire damage, and I would like you all to select your tokens and roll initiative.
Already done.
Oh, Joe.
Nice.
18 to hit. What do I gotta roll? Oh wait, hold on.
18 to hit.
Damn,
18 to hit
good.
your armor class. Yeah.
So it's a miss.
I hope. Hold on.
Did we work out you have like 20 AC?
I do. I have a lot of AC, but let me pull my
Should be
my
20 with
sheet
your
up.
shield.
Where's my Hold on.
The ball of flame that Ezek releases from his deformed arm lashes out through the streets of Lackey, illuminating the small homes and shops along the misty road. It explodes on the front of your shield as you raise it just in the nick of time.
Is it like a single target thing, or is it like a cone?
Yeah, it's a single target thing. Embers
Okay,
of
just
embers
wondered.
of red flame kind of burst out around you, and Nuru, you're up.
All right.
Naru's gonna up. He's going to.
This
step
combat's
forward.
for you, Veen.
Naru will step forward and say, I'm sorry for my friend. We were simply looking for you to talk. He is a simple fool.
Talking.
Are you using? Is that your action?
Yes.
You.
Ezek says.
Kill somebody.
Ezek says nothing. Ismark draws his longsword and rushes forward at the man he believes has taken his sister.
Oh, like as a bonus action, like Nuru is disengaging, by the way, like stepping back.
You guys,
Good idea.
do you guys see the combat map?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
You better re-engage because we're gonna need your ass.
Ismark dashes and stops face to face with Ezek. Ezek, you see from a distance now that Ismark has rushed towards him.
No.
This wicked, devilish grin creeps across his face. He takes his massive axe in 2 hands, and he swings at Ismark twice. Crashing down into the unarmored Ismark for 23 slashing damage. And oh, a melee weapon attack deals one extra damage when it gets a cold attack. Let me see.
So I take it he had advantage on the second attack.
No, but there's a mechanic in here. I'm just
You don't need
making.
to tell us what it is.
I'm just making sure that it's actually rolling it. So it's not. So let me see here. What the hell? That's really weird.
That's great. Veen did nothing wrong.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then Ezek just, I guess you guys wouldn't even be able to hear it, but Ismark hears, Ezek say, "Kill this fool." And one of the guards...
This is where we all just walk away.
One of the guards rushes forward and draws his weapon, which is a spear, and he tries to stab it into Ismark, but Ismark is able to parry the blow. Why did you roll your initiative again, Nuru? Is that just an old? Oh, there's just an old token somehow, I guess.
What?
Veen, you're up. No, you were on there twice somehow.
Nuru, I'm not on there at all now.
You're still on there with your 26.
I had a 26.
Yeah. You rolled a 26 initiative.
I had a 16.2.
Oh, huh. You're on here with a 26. I'll just keep that one.
It might be from a previous combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
you already went. You already went. You can't see the turn order?
I can't see.
We can't see the 26.
Huh.
I can see the turn order, but I don't see 26. No.
Here's what you do.
How about now? How about now?
Nope.
I don't even see her on the turn order.
Right.
Delete the 26, then have him rewrite.
Him. Ah, got beat that into my skull.
There you go.
That's fine.
Veen, you're up.
Alright, I can't do shit. Are there any rocks along the pavement?
I mean, the street's kind of cobbled like Barovia.
Is there a random object I could pick up and throw?
Roll a flat d20.
Don't you still have your javelins?
There is not. The street sweepers of Valaki have been by here quite recently.
Oh, one. Look, you didn't like stubby. Oh, look for shit.
You could actually run up to one of the buildings and pull out like a flower pot and grab it and hurl it if you wanted.
Sure. So I will move up, let's say, there and pick up a pot, and I will throw it at this guy. I'm bonus action raging.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is going to be like 1 damage no matter what.
It's It's a Paisley rage. Yeah, for sure.
What sort of attack do you want me to roll?
No, the pot crashes and cracks over one of the guards' armor and breaks, and the withered flower falls in a pile of dirt at his feet. And you are now raging. He'll take your rage damage. Yeah, whatever. What's your rage damage?
2.
Okay.
That's good enough. And that's my turn.
The guards begin to swarm around Ismark, trying to jab at him with their spears.
Are they currently attacking, or is this like a trying? Or do they roll attack?
No, they're attacking for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I just saw.
Wow, I rolled 4 7s. Hemdriel,
that's double 7.
Nice Snow, you're up.
Nice Snow's up. Nice Snow begins to move towards them, and she starts firing Eldritch Blasts, but she's aiming them specifically at Isaac.
Okay. The 21 is a hit.
11 force damage,
Nice.
And she will move 30 feet forward.
Ismark,
That's the end of her turn.
Ismark tries to... Oh, no, sorry. Nuru, you're up.
Nuru, he sighs and says, "Oh, my fucking hard work." He'll move up here and fire his short bow at this one.
I can actually mark these guys. Hold on.
At the green one.
$16 is a hit.
And I can't Would he have sneak attack or no?
Yes.
I don't think so. Yes, okay. And then sneak attack.
Wow.
And as a bonus action, you'll disengage.
You kneel down, swiftly pulling out your short bow. You notch an arrow to the string and pull it back very deftly and quickly. The arrow flies out and just totally pierces all the way through one of the guards' head. He falls dead to the ground.
I also have to ask, what are you disengaging from? Because you could use your bonus action to dash as well.
Yeah.
Or hide.
Well, I guess he'll be hiding over here.
Okay. Ismark with his longsword in two hands, after his charge, tries to bring it down upon Ezek.
Oh, man.
For 16 slashing damage. He says, "Where is my sister?" And Ezek says,
"Get it, guy. Get him. Get your sister back."
"She is mine now, and you will never see her again." And twice again with his battle axe for 24 slashing damage.
11 hits him?
He's unarmored.
There's another mechanic in here.
I thought he got his armor from the tavern.
He only got the sword.
Okay.
It is what it is.
His dex is 11. Or his armor class is 11.
No.
He has a +1 bonus. That's what it is right now. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Stop
just
it.
I'm just like, oh.
No, it's all good. I mean, yeah, it is. He was in a. He just got the sword. He didn't armor up.
Yeah, that takes time.
Twice, you see a big gash like right down the front of Ismark, and you hear him cry out as the second one sinks into him. You almost see his knees buckle from underneath him, but he holds his ground.
Yeah.
One of the guards tries to drive his spear into Ismark.
Before he does that, is he slightly offended I did just throw a pot plant at him?
Is he slightly what?
Offended that I threw a pot plant at him.
This would be the guard that actually was hit with the pot, so he is slightly offended, yes.
Excellent.
Ismark takes 2 damage as a spear pierces his side, and Veen, you're up.
Wait, it might have been a miss. I need to see if my spirit dudes are applied via a ranged attack.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so it would have been at disadvantage.
You're fine. You hit him with the pot. That's all right.
Yeah, just Ismark would have been hit
Like
there.
that.
He wouldn't have been hit?
No, because they would have had disadvantage on the attack.
So by the spear guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That last
gotcha.
attack, so it would have been a 5, I guess.
Gotcha.
I'm going to move up to... Oh, and I'm going to stab. I don't know if that's pink or light purple, but that one. Attack number 1.
It's pink.
Are you raging? Yeah, you're raging. Okay.
I gotta bow out. Listen, fight with me. Somebody assigned you to fight with me, but I got work in the morning. I got.
Yeah, you're good, Rimpak. I will
good,
play your character.
Sleep well.
Thank you. Do well, everybody. It's great. I'll catch up tomorrow. Tell me what happens on Discord. I will catch up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I'll role play your character in the meantime.
I'll assign you a new. I'll assign you a new character sheet.
Good luck, everybody. And by the way, Rimpak, for truth and justice, kill anybody who gets in your way.
Before you leave, tell me what is your main objective for this combat?
Anybody that Rimpak would feel is objecting, we're or providing some sort of block
Mhm.
to getting the sister back is going to have to be dealt with.
Okay.
Yeah, I understood that pretty fast.
I think Nice No knows my character's kind of motivation pretty well, so we'll let Nice No make the calls on that tonight. Good night, everybody. I'll catch you next week, or
See you, Rich.
of course during the week. Good night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume a 17 hit.
Veen, you come towards the guards and draw your glaive. You swing out with a white arc, and the first guard's head half separates from his body. A gush of red blood spurts out, and he topples dead to the floor.
Okay.
To the streets of Lecky. Yeah.
Quick note. I don't think that Rimpak is on the initiative order.
Oh. Yeah, he should have gone once already.
Just take 2 turns after me, I guess. So yeah, I take a step forward at purple. I'm going to take my second attack.
Okay, so he rolled 16. So yeah, he could just go right after Veen.
Is a 14 a hit?
At a guard? Oh shit. No, it's not. Your glaive clangs into the shield on the guard's arm.
And after it clangs, I spin around and hit him with the blunt end. Yes, say that's a hit.
23 is a hit. Yep. And
10 more.
you hear a sickening crack as the blunt end of your glaive splits his head wide open, and he falls down dead as well.
And my turn.
Rimpak can only move 20 feet, right?
Yep.
So he dashes, trying to get closer to his mark. A guard.
This turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone. Yeah. Man, these guards are just rolling 7s hard.
Good, because Eastmark would be way dead by now.
Hemdriel, you're up. Damn.
Yep, double Eldridge coming back out.
The odds of that have to be insane. Like I
Definitely.
I think I've rolled for guards like 7, 8, or 9 times, and almost all of those are 7s.
So 1 Eldritch Blast hits.
To Ezek?
Yeah.
Yes, 1 hits.
8 force damage. And Nice Nose going to move forward. But a little bit behind Rimpak.
Okay. Another guard tries to stab into Ismark's body.
It do goo. It did 7 damage. Another 7.
Yeah. Right into his abdomen as the spear tip sinks. And Nuru, you're up.
Nuru will step out and fire another shot. Then curse as it misses. It was towards the blue guy, but it's regardless.
Yeah. Your arrow goes a little wide.
He's gonna go back into hiding.
Ismark, bleeding profusely from massive gashes in his chest and puncture wounds in his stomach. One last time, maybe, swings out two-handedly with his longsword at Ezek, one of them hitting for 4 damage. He spits out a mouthful of blood on Ezek's face. He says, "I'm going to haunt your dreams." Ezek grabs Ismark's collar, pulls him in very closely, and he says, Not if I hunt yours first. And he drives his battle axe. It's got like a pointed tip up underneath Ismark's chin. Pierces into his brain. And Ismark falls down dead.
Yay!
He doesn't have death saving throws or anything?
Nah, he's an NPC.
Plot reasons.
Great.
Rimpak.
You know, I wouldn't give Strahd death saving throws, you know. The
It'd be,
you know.
it'd be amusing at the very least. But
Yeah,
then again, he's
yeah.
a vampire. That's a different thing. Yeah, it's besides the point.
Yeah, I mean, he has other stuff. But, you know, it's like, I would like to give him death saving throws, but it, you know.
It's not fair.
It adds... It's supposed to add tension.
I'd say death saving throws add a lot of tension. It's like, no! Or, kill him! Double tap! Double tap!
Rimka steps forward. And... he kneels down. He places his hand on Ismark's back, because Ismark has kind of fallen face first into the mud. He whispers something into Ismark's ear, and you see a little bit of golden light seep into Ismark's body. And that is Rimpak's turn. Veen, you're up.
Alright, this looks stupid, but there's a reason. I move here, and then I will attack blue.
I will say that Rimpak's words are, Tyr will have his justice. As he stares back up at Isak.
What do you think Rimpak would say if he was casting Revivify on someone?
Here will have his justice.
I'd say I wish I had a diamond.
Okay.
I assume it'd say I wish I had a diamond worth 100 gold.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't have the spell selected. I mean...
I just know you need material that's like either
Yeah.
100
No, you
or
do.
100
Yeah,
gold
you
worth
do.
of diamonds.
It's actually 300 because I
Okay.
have that. So
It's expensive. So yeah,
Yes,
21
yes,
to hit,
it is.
17 damage on blue.
There's things you don't know about Rimpak.
he carries a diamond in his boot. But anyway, it's good.
So what do you do, Veen? What are you doing?
I hit blue for what I assume is 17 damage.
Yes. And, Blue's head goes tumbling to the streets of Vallaki.
I then take one more step forward and I will attack red.
$15 is a
Wait.
hit.
15.
Attacking
14
attacking Isaac.
The red dude, yeah, the
Mhm.
boss.
Yeah, easy.
Oh, are you close enough for that? Oh wait, you're glaive. That's right.
I assume he's still
Long reach.
standing.
Yes, he is.
And then pole smack. And that is my turn.
You strike him twice with 2 good blows. He turns to the one remaining guard. He says, "Go get more men."
Can I not end my turn? Can I move one more step?
Sure.
I have the movement for it. I am going to move.
Is Ezek affected
Yeah.
by Spirit Bros now?
No, it's the first person I hit who died, so it's irrelevant.
Nice, no, you're up.
Nice Nose gonna shoot that extra man.
I'm a firing my laser.
Both hit.
Pew pew. 13 force damage.
Your first blast of divine energy strikes the chest of the man. He turns and looks like he's going to try and run. And your second bolt takes him in his back, and he falls forward. You can hear the clatter of teeth as his face smashes into the cobblestone street.
And then Nice Snow moves up a little bit closer towards the diagonal of Veen.
Is that Nice Snow's turn?
Nuru, you're up.
Alright, Naru's just gonna say, fuck this. And he's gonna walk up over here, and he's going to grasp his sunblade with 2 hands, and he's going to ask, where is Irina? And then attack.
Can we move like Ice or Ismark out of the way for that?
Sure.
He can.
Nah, it gives the full effect of standing on the corpse.
Naru, he feels bad, but and sneak attack.
We'll just say that Rimpak like dragged the body as he was revivifying.
Yeah.
I'm also not sure you get sneak attack because someone's standing next to you.
No, it says if I have someone within 5 feet of me, I get sneak
The
attack.
enemy. 5 feet of the enemy.
Let me see.
Currently, there's no one in melee with him.
No, you get sneak. You're a swashbuckler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get if nobody's
Ah.
within
So you
5.
get
If nobody's
sneak
within
attack
5.
if you're... Yeah, but someone's within 5 feet of him.
Who?
Who? That's 10 feet.
No, he's standing right next to you.
Of the enemy, not you.
Yeah, of the enemy.
He's engaged in 1-in-1 combat currently.
Yes, but
Oh.
because Rimpak is standing next to Nuru,
Oh,
Nuru doesn't
crap,
get
you're
sneak
right.
attack. It's stupid, but that's the one way you can't get it.
Oh,
If
Oh,
Rimpak
crap.
was one step forward, you would get it. If Rimpak was one step back, you would get it.
gotcha.
Yep, never
That's
mind.
the situation where you don't get it.
Crap. I would. I'm not going to retcon it to say he steps 1 step forward or anything. So no, he doesn't get the sneak attack.
Yeah.
So it's just damage.
It was enough retcon they moved Ismark out of the way.
Well,
It-
Yeah.
your glowing blade, as you draw it, sinks deep into Ezek. Make a perception check with advantage, Nuru, as the light of your blade, as it ignites, lights.
Yeah, I'm not going to roll again.
As you draw the sunblade and it illuminates the streets around, you see the shadow, this large shadow, pass over your head in the shape of a bat. And as you drive your blade into Ezek, in a flash of dark energy, a waft of smoke and mist swirls right behind Ezek. And as it disappears, grinning at you over Ezek's shoulder, is Baron Strahd von Zarovich.
Naru disengages. Naru disengages. Takes a step away.
He bares his 2 fangs and sinks them into Isaac's neck. You see Isaac's eyes roll back into his head, and he topples to the ground.
Fuck.
And Strahd says, Irina is intended for only one man, and that is me. And he rolls initiative.
Oh shit! Oh shit! If you have creepy battle music, now is the time.
It's just a Sephiroth music, let's be honest.
Dun, 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 Sephiroth, it is Strahd.
This might be a good time to end the game because I don't want Rimpak to miss any of this, to be
Oh,
honest.
that's a good idea.
Oh no! Yeah. If Strahd shows up, I want to see what Rimpak feels about that. I would, in fact, next session, just reintroduce him just so Rimpak can see.
Well, as Isaac topples to the streets of Vallaki, and Isaac's blood is dripping down Strahd's lips and off his fangs. The only thing he says is, "You can stand against me, or you can walk away. I care not for your lives, but Irina is mine. She always has been, and she always will be." And that is where we will end our session this week for Curse of Strahd, episode 10. So thanks anybody for watching, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube, and thank you all as always for playing, my wonderful players, and we'll catch you next Thursday for more Curse of Strahd.
Thanks
Farewell.
for watching.